Bonjour and welcome to Capgemini 5G Labs in Paris, which is at the edge of technology. We are very pleased to welcome you here today to our 5G Labs, which are already live and running. Please come and follow me. My name is Liz Lunier, and today we will be discussing why we believe that 5G is a game changer and how Capgemini can help you, our clients, get the future you want with 5G. We will give you an insider's view of our new 5G labs here in Paris, plus an exclusive look at the way our 5G lab teams are working to help transform industries across the world. To help you with the 5G labs and to welcome you, I will be joined by many of Capgemini's senior business leaders, including Franck Gravery, Head of Portfolio, Rowland, Head of our Intelligent Industry, and Pierre Fortier, Head of 5G at Capgemini Invent. First, we'll begin with Franck Gravery. Franck is our Chief Portfolio Officer and Head of Capgemini Group's Global Business Lines and a member of the Group Executive Board. Franck, 5G has been a very hot topic in technology this past year because of the enormous transformation it represents. Can you remind us why 5G is such a game changer?
Hello, Liz. When you hear 5G, you must think big. You know, 5G is not a simple technology evolution. It's really a breakthrough technology. To make it simple, 5G redefines how the world will connect. So just to feel the importance of 5G, two things to get in mind. The first thing to get in mind is that for the first time, a mobile network has been defined with the enterprise need in mind. You know, previously it was essentially the consumer needs that were taken into account. Here, the enterprise needs are taken into account, so you have new features appearing, such as reliability, security, the ability to connect many IoT devices. The second point to get in mind, really to feel the importance of 5G, is that we have said that really 5G is a breakthrough technology appearing today. But it is not the only technology. It comes with the edge technology, what we call also mobile edge computing or distributed cloud. And really when you connect the 5G on the edge to the cloud, the magic happens. With that really combination, you have an end-to-end data-driven platform for services. So the enterprise will be able to generate new revenues, be more efficient, thanks to that end-to-end data-driven platform. Indeed, 5G opens a new world of possibilities with new use cases, new business model, and new products and services to help enterprise to be more efficient and generate additional revenues.
Thank you for those insights, Franck. Many of you watching today have heard about how many organizations have begun to do business in a new way, with intelligent products, intelligent operations, and intelligent support and services. At Capgemini, we call this holistic combination intelligent industry. Rowland is here, and he heads our intelligent industry practice. Rowland, tell us how 5G is changing industries and playing a role for you.
Hello, Liz. So, as we know, data is everywhere, is redefining all the rules and will be everywhere. And as Franck mentioned, 5G is redefining how the world will connect. It's a breakthrough technology that will accelerate the rise of what we call at Capgemini the intelligent value chain. To name some, the Internet of Energy, the Internet of Medical Things. And we see that this will completely change the way we, as consumers, as people, we will live in smart city, we will move with autonomous car, we will talk with virtual reality, augmented reality, we will shop with new experience, and also we will attend to our health. So just to take some example around mission critical service, so we will see more sophisticated ADAS going to more autonomous car. We'll also attend to a new type of agriculture with autonomous vehicle doing agriculture, drones doing the surveillance of crops, and also as a consumer attending to our health with remote patient monitoring, bedless hospital, and many more to come, and a lot of opportunities creating new business model and new value chains in the new world.
Thank you, Rowland. Intelligent industry is an excellent framework for our discussion today. I would like to bring in Pierre Fortier, who is our global 5G leader for Capgemini Invent. Pierre, you're our 5G expert. How would you characterize the market of 5G today?
Hi, Liz. Well, there's two things to keep in mind. 5G is happening now, and it's a transformation journey. It's happening now because it's been launched already in more than 60 countries where you have operators that have started to roll out the 5G public network. It's happening now also in terms of devices. We already have more than 400 devices that are 5G compatible, and the numbers are growing by the day. It's happening now also because we see more and more players among industries conducting pilots and experimentations to test out the benefits of 5G. However, it's still a transformation journey. We have key steps ahead in terms of standardization. The public network operators need to roll out massively the network so that it covers, let's say, the more rural areas. So all of that will take the 5 to 10 next years. And also, as was explained by Frank, it's a major network transformation for the telecom operators. It will completely transform the way they operate their network, and that transformation doesn't happen overnight.
Thank you, Pierre. It sounds like the market is indeed ready for transformative change as a result of 5G. Rowland, what is your recommendation for how businesses can anticipate and prepare for the benefits of 5G in their own organization?
Okay, indeed, Liz. What we see is that today, as we have seen, that 5G will bring major disruption in business. So first thing, as we have been through the first digital wave 8 to 10 years ago, business leaders, business manager, CIO, Chief Digital Officer, Chief Data Officer, Chief Innovation Officer should develop a deep understanding and take ownership of this breakthrough technology. It's very important for them to understand what are the opportunities that it will create for their business and also what are the threats, because this is creating opportunities for new types of players to enter this market, and to assess what are the relevant capabilities they should develop internally and what kind of partnership they should engage into to be able to tackle this new challenge. Secondly, 5G will enable a lot of use cases. Companies have already developed their digital strategy in the past. They need to go through a screening of their existing portfolio to see what are the relevant use cases that they could accelerate leveraging the 5G capabilities around massive IoT, around mission critical services. Third point is to engage rapidly in an ideation exercise. Companies need to transform their processes, meaning 5G will enable new types of use cases, remote monitoring, mission critical services to pertaining, I would say, risky processes, but also company developing products should see how they can engage into a transformation of their existing product portfolio to I would say, put more intelligence inside this new product to tap into this new intelligent value chain. And the last point is to encourage them to go directly into experimentation with their partners to learn through prototype and prepare the scale-up phase.
Thank you for those insights, Rowland. To be successful, it sounds like every company should be thinking about having a roadmap in place in advance. I also heard a lot about the value of experimentation in what you were just saying. To that end, Frank, in this era of great change in the business, can you explain why Capgemini decided to invest in the 5G labs?
Yeah, when we were thinking about the 5G lab, we really had two objectives in mind. The first one was to get the ability to demonstrate use cases in front of clients, so as they can see really the tangible outcomes they could get from those use cases leveraging 5G on edge. That's really the first objective. We were thinking it was much more powerful to get a demo than to present PowerPoint slides, if you want. Second objective is really to get an environment to create with clients and with partners new use cases, experiment. Those use cases is a very important topic, but also getting one key objective in mind in that lab is the ability to deploy the use case at scale. Our objective is not to develop POC with clients, but really to think big right from the beginning.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Pierre, can you dive a little deeper into the scope of capabilities that Capgemini can bring to our clients around 5G?
Absolutely. Our ambition is to help our clients among all of the different sectors, wherever they are in their 5G journey. From early on awareness about the potential and the benefits of 5G, down to developing POCs, experimentations, and then scaling up with 5G. So our service offering revolves around 4 pillars. The first one is strategy, helping our clients understand what are the benefits of 5G and how much of an accelerator it can be for their digital transformation. The second pillar is around networks. We can help our client navigate the extreme complexity of the 5G edge and cloud technologies, helping them making the right choice, building the right architecture, and building the network with our fantastic ecosystem of technology partners. The third pillar is the service platforms. Having the network is one thing, but you then need to have the capabilities and the platform layers that manage to activate the value of this network and expose the services and the capabilities from the network. And last but not least, the use cases. Here we can bring our fantastic sector expertise and again, the capabilities that we have across the group and our partners to help our clients design, build and scale fantastic and disruptive use cases. Among those four pillars, we bring also additional capabilities. The integration capabilities, of course, helping our clients orchestrate and integrate the different pieces of this technology puzzle to build something that's cost-effective and that's future-proof. And the last point is the transformation, helping our clients understand what will be the target operating model for running 5G and 5G use cases among their operations, and then building this transformation of their operations, processes, and organization.
Wow. Thank you, gentlemen. So for a quick recap, we heard first how the adoption of digital technologies such as 5G, edge computing, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things has accelerated. Second, the future of industry is intelligent, and companies across industries are now doing business in new and exciting ways, something we call intelligent industry. Third, 5G is shifting the paradigm of organizations, enabling groundbreaking innovations, services, and use cases. Now, let's go see Capgemini's 5G lab in action. And we're back. I'm pleased to introduce you to Cédric Bourly, who leads the 5G Labs program. Cédric, we are standing in the Paris lab, and it's incredibly exciting to be here. For our viewers today, can you please tell us what the 5G Lab is?
Thank you, Liz. First, let me tell you I'm glad to be here. I'm very excited to be able to present to you and to present to everybody the result of such an effort for the past year. We are super excited to launch this lab, to launch it to our clients, and yes, we are going to have a great year together. Back to your questions. So what is the 5G Labs? Three things to remember. First, it's a facility. It's a showroom. We are inside the showroom here, where we will demonstrate the use cases that make sense for 5G, for our clients to engage the transformation journey. Second, it's a team. It's a capability, it's a platform. We have assembled skill sets. We have constructed, we have built a platform that will help us accelerate on 5G. And third thing to remember is that it's a network of labs. So the Paris lab, the Mumbai lab that we will open are all part of the 5G Labs ecosystem. We have launched in December the Network Engineering Lab in Portugal that was dedicated to the telecom world, to the network part of the 5G. And now we are focusing on industry, on use cases that make sense for the industrial players. And we are dedicated to, I would say, the early stages of the project. Ideation phases, transformation journey, engagement, that's what this is about. Let's take the time to have a quick recap about our lab in Portugal.
Hello, my name is Sylvain Allard and I'm supporting the strategy and marketing activities for the telecom sector and in particular for 5G. We have launched early December our lab focusing on network capabilities. Based in Portugal, this international lab is really targeting next-gen network technologies and connectivity. And for example, we are supporting virtualization, SDN and NFV, SD-WAN solutions, 5G of course, edge computing, the associated platforms, software frameworks, and related tools. The lab's physical and virtual resources can be accessed from any location in the world, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, I would say, via a web-based portal which is fully secured. It features data center infrastructure, and also network components, which can be accessed for our clients with a scalable and flexible manner to provide the environments that they need. In that sense, this is really the lab as a service concept that we are offering to our clients worldwide. It's also a key asset for us because it enables us to provide to our clients system integration services capabilities, and also, I would say, to validate the different network solutions and components on an end-to-end basis that they need. In addition, in the labs, you can provide, of course, infrastructure and platform R&D activities. You can do testing, certifications, interoperability, and validate end-to-end solutions. On top of this, the labs have the capability to support platform services and solutions to simulate scenarios and also to showcase solutions for proof of concept and real pilots launch of the solutions. In that sense, we try to answer the different needs of our clients, and for both segments, on one side the communication service providers, and on the other side for network equipment providers. As a conclusion, I would like to say that it's really complementary with the labs that we are launching here in Paris and in Mumbai, and which are really focused on industries and the associated use cases and ecosystem.
Cedric, can you explain the objectives of the lab and its importance to our clients?
So, three main objectives. First is to accelerate the adoption of 5G, obviously. Second is to build partnership with big players, big vendors, startups, universities, research departments to build on top of 5G, to build verticals, to build use cases. And obviously, third topic is to create innovation, is to foster innovation through this lab and through the capabilities that we have assembled.
Thanks, Cedric. That's fantastic. Can you go into a little bit about more of the purpose of the lab?
So what is key to remember is that assembling a 5G lab, assembling a 5G capability, it's very complex. It's combining the network world with the IT world. And that's what we've been doing for the past year and a half. It's very complex. And now we have a platform that is up and running that will allow our clients to focus only on the use case part, on the part that makes value to transform their operations around 5G. We have taken care of the platform behind it, and now we can focus on really what makes a difference. We are focusing for that on four main focus areas, I would say. One being the smart factory, smart utilities, smart cities, including smart health and smart retail. So we do believe that these areas are the most promising for 5G, and that's why we are dedicating this lab to start on building use cases for this one.
Thanks, Cedric. You mentioned 4 key industry areas, but let's get more concrete. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of our 5G use cases?
Absolutely. And so we have built more than 25 use cases for the past year. We are going to present some of these right now. And for that, let me introduce you to Monica Gupta. She is our Vice President in charge of the Mumbai lab. And Monica will guide us through these high-value use cases. Hi, Monica.
Hello, Cedric. Hello, Liz. So nice to see both of you in a 5G lab in Paris, and super excited to be talking about our use cases. I would like to start by presenting a portfolio of use cases and client credentials. This is the work which we have been doing with our clients and with our partners over the last few years. And this is all about the experimentation of leveraging 5G and edge in the intelligent industry. As you can see, we have been working across a number of use cases across industry sectors, across manufacturing, energy, automotive transportation, healthcare, life sciences, public and people safety, smart cities, entertainment, and retail. These use cases cut across the industry operations, be it industrial maintenance and remote assistance, training, autonomous intralogistics, process control, enhanced safety and surveillance, remote control and remote operations, V2X use cases, healthcare cases around e-health, teletransmission, public safety use cases around crowd management, post-COVID pandemic control and social distancing, distancing, entertainment, leveraging immersive experiences and holograms, and again, in retail, giving an immersive shopping experience and a personalized experience to the customers. What is key here is that there are a lot of innovative functionalities like AR, VR, ultra high definition live video stream, autonomous mobility, massive IoT, computer vision, AI, ML. All of these functionalities now are helping transform industry processes and products, now made possible using 5G and Edge. What we have done as part of this work which we have been doing is that we have created a repository of all these use cases, what we call as the 5G gallery. This is a repository where we actually have documented and stored all the knowledge which we have with respect to these use cases, right? Starting right from the business requirements, the business drivers for the particular use case, to the solution, to the benefits which are now possible through these new innovative functionalities and by using 5G and Edge. And in this repository, what we also have is we have the live demos of all these use cases and also some client credentials and client references wherever applicable. And I would also like to mention that this current repository is obviously what we have, till I would say Q4 2020. But this is an ever-evolving and growing document. As I speak, we are continuing this work of working with our clients and partners. So, for example, we are currently working on a pilot POC for a port operation. We are discussing use cases and pilots for our energy, utility, and chemical clients. We are also looking at POCs and pilots in warehouse and supply chain solutions and wind farm service monitoring and maintenance. So you would actually see this repository and our portfolio growing every quarter on quarter.
That sounds fascinating, Monica. Can we see a use case?
Absolutely, Liz. In fact, that is the whole purpose of our Paris and Mumbai labs. So the first use case which I would like to show is that of a live streaming experience over 5G. Live streaming is a technology that actually enables a transmission of high quality images or a video feed. And by using 5G connectivity, we can actually take this experience to a next level by ensuring very high quality, high reliability, and low latency, which then gives a completely different quality of the incoming stream. This stream can be through cameras which are either static or can be mounted on a vehicle or even a mobile robot. This helps the end users or the people who are using this feed to monitor the situation from a different location and also take action in real time. This can be of a great help in critical or dangerous situations, in controlling risky operations. And the other great use of this is that with the image high quality and the fluidity, which is now possible with 5G, computer vision based analytics can now be done on the edge or the distributed cloud, and which can then be used to automate operations and take real-time actions. This live streaming can be used across industry sectors, in smart factories, in cities, in buildings, public safety, public services like healthcare, education, and in retail. In our demo, we are actually showing a full HD 360-degree camera feed at 30 frames per second and this live stream experience over 5G. Let me now quickly show you an industry application of live streaming. This one is for public safety and in our current pandemic times for mass detection and for monitoring social distancing. In fact, this is something which is implemented in our labs to ensure the safety and well-being of our team. So we have here a demo where the live streaming and the analytics, computer vision based analytics on the edge is checking whether all people are actually wearing masks and are maintaining social distance, the appropriate social distance. And this kind of use case is very relevant for public safety in smart cities, and is also applicable in many industries, be it manufacturing, be it retail, or be it also in transportation hubs like airports and stations. The next use case is in the field of healthcare, something which is extremely important for ensuring a good quality of life for the people. This is about a teletransmission of a medical imaging file from one location to the other. So in this demo, we have a technologist taking a medical scan and transmitting it over 5G and the cloud to a doctor or a specialist at a different location. The medical scanning and imaging is an essential part of any clinical diagnosis. Could be an ultrasound, could be a CT scan, could be an MRI. And the value of this real-time teletransmission is firstly that of remote consultation. So the patient now has the flexibility of being able to take advice from a specialist or a doctor who could be based anywhere. The second a big help, and this is specifically for developing countries, is where there is a lack of skilled technologists. So where the specialist or the doctor can actually remotely train and guide the technologist in doing the proper scan. The third applicability of this is definitely in connected ambulances, where in case of any accident or for a medical emergency, the scans can be done and the information can be transmitted to the hospital and preparation can be done for giving emergency care. This is also actually very relevant as there are advancements happening in the medical imaging in the forms of 3D, 4D imaging scans, flow analysis, color Dopplers, and so on. As the complexity of these scans increases, capabilities of 5G in ensuring real-time transmission of these heavy scan files is actually super important. What we have also done in this demo is we have actually done a real-time diagnosis by an AI system of the incoming imaging scan, which then gives an automated report which can then be used by the doctor for assistance and for verifying their findings. The next use case which I'm going to show is from the industrial manufacturing and field operations sector. This is basically remote assistance being provided by an expert to a field operator. This is again leveraging the innovative functionalities of extended reality, AR, VR, and digital twin. This is basically key to business continuity and for performing efficient field operations, tasks like maintenance, repair, training, even overhaul and servicing of complex systems. This is basically possible through either a digital handheld device or an AR/VR headset, wherein a field operator uses this to connect to a remote expert who could be located at a different location. What it basically helps is it helps the field operator and the remote expert to interact with each other. The remote expert can use a 3D digital twin of the equipment which is being looked into by the field operator. The remote expert can provide precise indications and instructions and also share images and documents. This tool also provides interactive ways and procedures for the field operator and the remote expert to interact with each other using pointers, annotations, comments, even voice and video calls, and which actually is very helpful in ensuring that the two are able to explain the issue and also find a solution. The last use case which I'm going to talk about today is that of the role of 5G and edge in autonomous intelligent vehicle and autonomous mobile robots in industrial operations. So the role of AGVs, AIVs, autonomous mobile robots in the industrial operations and bringing significant positive impact by automating simple repetitive tasks like transportation of materials and finished goods is very well known. Their use in factories, in warehouses, in shop floors, in digital centers, and large retail stores is very already quite popular. And this actually gives the workers the ability to focus on more complex and decision-oriented tasks. So in this demo, we basically have an forklift, which is made intelligent by fitting on it onboard cameras and sensors, which are then sending their live data feed using 5G. And the control and management algorithms are sitting on the edge and using AI and computer vision and processing the feed, which is coming from the forklift. The AI-based control and management algorithms on the edge constitute of automatic route detection, obstacle detection, navigation, rerouting, and even precision positioning and control, which is basically using the live feed from the onboard camera and helping the forklift in accurately positioning itself to automatically pick up the load and drop it at the desired location. And this enhanced precision and accuracy is only possible through 5G and using AI-based control and management algorithms on the edge.
Thank you, Monica. These are amazing use cases. They are really a vision of the future. Can you also speak about what drives these particular kinds of use cases, Cedric?
Yes, so let me get you through the foundation of the lab, and for that we will welcome Olivia. Olivia is our solution architect. She's been there since the beginning of the setup of the lab, and she will guide us into the architecture that we have put in place for the platform.
Yes, thanks, Cedric. Indeed, we have implemented a solution that includes 5G standalone private network provided by Casa Systems. We are using an open RAN working on 2.6 GHz TDD spectrum. That's for the access part. The core is completely virtualized and has been deployed on Red Hat OpenShift, which is, as you know, Cedric, as an industry standard. And last but not least, we have installed our setup on Lenovo Edge servers, which are smaller in size, ready to be deployed in industrial environments.
Mm-hmm. So that's for the 5G part. And so can you tell us a little bit more about the cloud part, the edge part, and the components that we are also using in the platform?
Yes, absolutely. We have installed Saguna multi-access edge computing solution, which allows us to execute a local breakout of the traffic. And obviously, we have created distribution of cloud services with both AWS and Microsoft Azure clouds. And that's it.
Well, thank you very much, Olivia. Let's have a quick look at a short video that will quickly explain all of this. We'll be right back.
"5G Lab, get ready for your 5G journey. 5G use cases are infinite, from mobile applications and Internet of Things to artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, and autonomous intralogistics vehicles. But the latter call for an incredible level of real-time and automation. It takes so much time to teach a machine. Is that even achievable in a lifetime? Yes, it is, and we are ready with our Intelligent Industry offer. Picture a factory with autonomous intralogistics vehicles moving around freely. Monitor them via camera with HIQ vision. If one of the AIV calls for repair, you can get remote assistance thanks to the 3D augmented reality helmets and our microservice augmented reality and virtual reality server that handles the video. Well, that's a start, but how do AIV actually move? How don't they bump into each other? Watch out, one of them is just round the corner! Let's switch to slow motion. First, the AIV is equipped with a 5G module and a network card. The 5G module connects with a 5G antenna within the premises, which itself accesses a 5G antenna outside, which relays to the Edge 5G core network and onto the server cluster, composed of many Edge real-time servers. Inside the servers, a virtualization layer links the telco world with the IT1 and its many technologies. 5G Edge Core to support the 5G network components and features. Multi-Access Edge Computing, aka MEC, manages IT resources. MEC offers cloud computing capabilities and IT services situated at the edge of the network. OpenShift deploys automatically a multi-services layer developed to guide the AIV, geolocation, AIV video management with identification of the obstacles and pallets to remove, augmented reality, virtual reality. Warning! Another AIV is getting way too close. The signal is instantaneously sent all the way back to the AIV, relayed by the 5G antenna, and stop! Right on time. You need a new dashboard to analyze what happened? Our 5G Lab technical setup allows you to build your dashboard through the same circuit until multi-edge computing, then through a firewall and into the internet. AWS and Microsoft Azure clouds allow you to process your data and produce your analytic reporting in order to manage your factory live. 5G Lab helps you automate and industrialize your activity, work in real time, thus increasing autonomy, performance, reactivity, and quality. You produce more value with less.
I'd like to take a moment to help our viewers today understand the underlying capabilities of the 5G Lab here in Paris. Cedric, can you speak to the journey that our clients of the 5G Lab will have and show us some capabilities that will drive this experience?
So we perform 3 types of activities inside the 5G Labs. First is market analysis and 5G awareness for our clients to onboard on the 5G journey. Second is use cases ideation and shaping, and then obviously use cases implementation while moving into a delivery phase. We will welcome now Clément from our consulting team. Clément is driving the type of activities in the early stages of the project, and will talk about this to us right now.
Thank you, Cedric. So yes, with regards to the market analysis and 5G awareness activities, the objectives here are first to provide insights on key trends across industries for connectivity, to ensure that our clients remain up to date with what's coming next in the 5G and Edge area, and accumulate a competitive advantage. Second, to offer 5G and Edge training from awareness to advanced level, where our team of experts can guide our clients through 5G presentation across core topics. To name but a few, we have network functions in 5G architecture, technology comparison across Wi-Fi, 4G and 5G, cybersecurity, network deployment models across public, private and hybrid networks, and finally, market vendor ecosystem. And for this type of activities, we rely on resources that are already available to you, such as training material, but also industry benchmarks and point of views, with our most recent one being on 5G for airports.
Thank you very much, Clément.
Yes, thank you, Clément. Let's now move to the second step of the journey with Omar, who is working on the delivery of the use cases on our developers team.
Thank you, Liz. So actually we are in the innovation zone of Capgemini, where we perform ideation sessions to identify 5G-powered use cases. Typically we go through three main activities. First, we identify opportunities and use cases by bringing aspiration to our clients and partners, either from the use cases we have already developed in the lab or some others that we have in our credentials. Then we will be performing and conducting ideation sessions in the lab directly or in the brainstorming areas in the innovation zone. The aim is to assess and see the value and feasibility of these use cases. And last, we will be framing solution blueprints, including roadmaps, next steps, and foreseen architecture, allowing us to see which partners we will be involving in this exercise.
Thank you, Omar. So we've settled the awareness and the use case selection. Should we dive into the implementation phase now?
Yes, indeed, absolutely. So, and that's the major part of what we do today here. It's implementing use cases, and that's the purpose of the lab. So for that, we have assembled, like we said before, a team of more than 30 people coming from all the entities of the Capgemini group. We have business consultants to tackle the business challenges of 5G. We are working with solution architects to help us frame the right solution for this implementation, working also with network architects, cloud architects, and obviously to develop, we have software developers, robotics programmers, data scientists, etc. So it's a full power of skill sets that is pre-assembled and ready to work with our clients inside the lab. And that's very powerful and very, I would say, it's an accelerator for developing these use cases. What we will perform typically in the implementation phase is pretty simple. First, obviously, is to define a detailed architecture of the use cases that we have pre-selected with the client. Then, once the architecture is defined, selecting the partners, defining the patterns for integration with the radio, with the core, with the cloud. That's what we do here with the team. And then it's very important also to think, since the implementation phase, of the scale-up strategy. How this POC is going to be live. How is it going to be deployed at full scale at the client side? And that's what we are thinking about in this implementation phase.
Thank you, Cedric. Can you tell us, is Capgemini the only stakeholder in the lab?
It's an open innovation ecosystem. So typically we are working with best-in-class partners for this lab, providing solutions that are covering all the challenges that are required as part of 5G and Edge. What we are talking about, very simply, cloud and hyperscalers. So we are working with Amazon and Microsoft, providing to us the cloud services required to perform part of the use cases. Then obviously we are talking about edge computing. So we are working here with Saguna Networks and as well working with our solution, the ENSCON solution from Capgemini. Obviously, it's a 5G lab, so we also have a 5G connectivity provided by Casa System. It's a private network here inside the Paris lab, working also with telecom operators in the coming months to complete this setup. It's a 5G lab, but we also need infrastructure to support that. And like we said with Olivia before, we are working with Lenovo, providing to us edge servers from latest generations, as well as Red Hat to provide the virtualization layer, the OpenShift layer, which is an industry standard. And last but not least, obviously we are working with device manufacturers for 5G modules, 5G phones and tablets, and obviously working also on that with Quectel, HIK Vision for the cameras, and Microsoft for the HoloLens, which we have on this set for AR and VR. Let's take a moment to hear from some of our partners about their involvement and their support to the lab.
Hello, my name's Sean Hockel, and I'm the VP of 5G Strategy for Microsoft's Azure organization. We're excited today to be here with our friends from Capgemini at the launch of their 5G labs. Given Capgemini has a unique combination of skills in terms of their ability to work with enterprise customers through their digital transformation, coupled with the unique assets that they obtained when they purchased Altons and Aricent, really means that we're excited about the ability to bring together those skill sets with the cloud and 5G capabilities of Microsoft to drive transformation, whether it be in the space of ubiquitous compute, bringing 5G and edge computing together, or bringing the power of AI and ML into the real world using the capacity of 5G plus AI plus IoT, or finally the ability to do limitless connected experiences, bringing the power of 5G together with mixed reality and our HoloLens capabilities. All of these require the type of integration, technical skills, and capabilities that Capgemini brings with their customers, as well as finding new and exciting business and commercial models. So we're looking forward to the results that come out of this lab and our ability to scale them up and take them, creating unique value for our joint enterprise customers.
CASA System is thrilled to contribute to Capgemini's project with our disruptive 5G solution from RAN to core, namely using our 5G O-RAN EVO, which we recently announced, and Axiom 4G 5G dual core using our SCP, NRF, AMF, SMF, and UPF, running on a vendor-neutral OpenShift Kubernetes platform from Red Hat. Capgemini uses this setup to provide end-to-end demonstration of multi-vendor devices connecting to the cloud-hosted services. In addition, we are also leveraging CASA's entry at WF to allow Capgemini to showcase into working of Wi-Fi 6 connectivity back to the 5G core. CASA's 5G solution disrupts legacy way of thinking and introduces new and future-proof technology that unlocks new opportunities for service providers, Capgemini, and their customers. With this demonstration and partnership between CASA and Capgemini, it will open up enterprise and private 5G industry opportunities through various enterprise use cases that we showcased for customers outside of the telco world. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is James Speer, Worldwide Capgemini Partner Development Manager at AWS for Manufacturing, Automotive and Life Sciences, and I'm delighted to support the launch of the Capgemini 5G Labs. Like Capgemini, AWS understands that different applications and solutions have different needs. In manufacturing, for example, production activities often require low latency, and customers want to use the same services, APIs and tools consistently across the cloud, edge and remote locations. AWS Wavelength brings AWS compute and storage services to the edge of 5G networks, allowing innovators to deploy parts of their applications that require high bandwidth or ultra-low latency to the edge of those networks. Capgemini have developed an impressive portfolio of AWS-based intelligent industry solutions, and we are very excited to collaborate with you in the Paris and Mumbai 5G Labs very soon.
Hello, my name is Charles Rowland, General Manager of Edge Computing and Communication Service Provider at Lenovo. I'm really excited to be talking to you today about a wonderful collaboration with Capgemini. In the last few months, we've been working closely together in designing and implementing a state-of-the-art 5G lab. Lenovo contributed with the latest innovation around 5G devices, providing 5G phones, tablets, and laptops. We've also provided the latest technology around edge computing and the automation software to manage it. Combine those technologies with the deep industry knowledge of Capgemini, and users can experience some of the latest solutions around smarter city, smarter retail, manufacturing, and utilities. Please take a moment and come explore these solutions with us.
We have some time for Q&A. Feel free to submit a question. If we do not get to your question during this live broadcast, we will respond to you by email afterwards. Pierre has also rejoined us for this session. Thank you, Pierre. Our first question is, what network architecture choices have you made in your 5G labs, and how do you ensure that the use cases can be replicated on client sites with potentially different network setups? Gentlemen?
I can take it.
Okay.
It's a great and important question. The reality with 5G is that there is not a one-size-fits-all network. there's multiple options for clients across sectors who want to test the technologies and implement it, from private networks, at least in some countries which allow it, all the way to public networks. In our lab, we've made the choice to install a 5G private network, but we're also complementing this setup with partnering with telecommunication operators here in France and in other countries. And that way, we have access to the breadth of capabilities and different setups to develop the use cases of our clients. And we can start by developing the use cases internally in our labs with our partners, and then we can help our clients, of course, to port those use cases to the client sites, taking into account the configuration that they have chosen and helping them doing the integration.
Thank you, Pierre. Next question. You explained that the device ecosystem is still developing. How do you help clients build end-to-end use cases, including devices? What capabilities do you have in this area? Gentlemen?
Yeah, I will try this one.
Okay.
So, first thing to remind, so we are fully connected with the ecosystem of vendors. So it's key on 5G to learn about how hardware and software works in this area. So we are connected with telecom modules vendors, and for that, typically in the lab, we are using evaluation boards that help us to transform the devices and to test the new features. We are really focusing on device engineering as part of our capabilities. So we have this capability internally to prototype the way devices will work, to make them adapted to the real life situation with clients, and somehow make the end-to-end integration between the network, the software, and the hardware.
Thank you, Cedric. We've got time for one last question. Well, this was a good one. If we're interested, what's the next steps and how do we engage?
I hope that we get some people interested, obviously. Very simple address, so contact.lab5g@capgemini.com to reach out to us and to see how we can proceed forward.
And that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us for the global inauguration of Capgemini's 5G lab in Paris, our lighthouse for industries. We hope you've enjoyed this insider's view of our new 5G lab in Paris, as well as the exclusive look at how our 5G lab team is working to transform industries across the world. We look forward to working with you to help you get the future that you want with Capgemini and 5G.
The future. You can't always see what's coming, but the decisions you make right now help you build a better one. Do you want a future where technology constrains your business or empowers it? Will you innovate for the sake of it, or innovate so you're closer to your customers? Do you want to be reactive to what's happening or relevant for tomorrow? Will you choose profit over planet, or will you find profit in sustainability? Partner with Capgemini now and unlock the value of technology to transform your business. Capgemini. Get the future you want.
Thank you for attending this webinar. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to see you in Paris in the 5G labs. Au revoir.
Au revoir.